What's good, guys? It's your boy Photo Piccasso, and today, I just want to touch on some things. I had the opportunity to reach out to, quite a few people on Instagram, while building up my portfolio and website, and I spoke with a lot of models, and I DM'd a lot of models and things of that nature, and I DM'd a couple photographers as well, just on some insight basis. And I've been coming across a lot of pages where where you'll go and reach out to certain people and they start to act Hollywood. All right, so I just want to say this, not in any way, shape, or form, you know, do I act Hollywood or will I begin to start acting Hollywood, but we're all in this thing, with the same goal in mind, and that's to be, successful, So in that nature, I feel as though that we all should be able to come together and unite as, photographers, videographers, and models. Photographers, a lot of photographers, they cocky and stuff like that, and their pictures aren't, worth as much as they think they are, or their pictures are not as great as they think they are. So a lot of photographers need to definitely tone down on their cockiness. A lot of photographers are overcharged. A lot of photographers are overpriced, and a lot of models definitely are overpriced. I understand, a lot of you models have a rate, because I don't really expect for nobody to do things for free. But before you have a rate, photographers, you definitely need to get some of your, your situations together on your page, because a lot of y'all photographers, y'all presence doesn't even look professional. So, some people in their eyes, they probably might not even call you a photographer. As for models, I go to a lot of models pages. They have these horrible looking pictures. They have bad lighting, bad composition. A lot of them are, like well under experience when it comes to posing and things of that nature. So before you say you have a rate and things like that, like, you definitely need to build up your experience, and you definitely need to build up your portfolio. So in order for you to, secure jobs from other photographers and stuff like that, like if you want photographers to reach out to y'all, you have to build up your personal appearance on your page, and your business, you need to build up your business appearance on your page. So how are you going to build up your appearance on your page to look like a professional model or professional photographer, if you don't got your stuff together? So my thing is, models mainly with the pictures and things like that I see on y'all pages. A lot of y'all, the rates that y'all have, I definitely feel as though that a lot of you models are definitely overpriced. And, I think that in order for you to, get the rate that you seek, or possibly a higher rate, what I think that you need to do is definitely step up your portraiture, as far as your image online, and put up some better looking photos. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is through photographers. So what y'all need to do is hook up with some dope photographers, and reach out and try to get some of the dope photographers to take your pictures, instead of these nickel and dime photographers that just own a camera and they don't know what to do with the camera, and your pictures look like, iPhone 2, iPhone 3, iPhone 4, pictures on your page, pictures that look like a 5-year-old or 6-year-old could have took with a cell phone. Like, you need to get rid of those pictures, ditch them, go to some of the popular models on Instagram and see what their compositions and stuff look like on their page and how they're carrying their images, and step up your portrait game and get you a better photographer. Reach out to photographers and see if they might want to network with y'all. Same thing for photographers. Y'all need to reach out to models and see if they want to network with you. Everything ain't always about a rate. Like, in order for you guys to build up your portfolio as photographers, you need models. you need subjects in your photos. You know I need subjects in my photos. So I know without a model or subjects in your photos, you're not really going to be able to do much as far as portrait photography. So I mean, unless you shoot in landscape or something like that, I can understand that. But if you shooting like people, portraits, you definitely need subjects in your compositions. And I think everybody need to, tone it down a bit, with that over cockiness and things like that, and thinking that they're, mightier than thou, and come together and network. So my thing, and I just want to end this by saying, photographers, stop being overpriced, stop being cocky, step up a lot of y'all photos and y'all portraiture, and only post the best portraits. Because some of y'all are not worth what y'all say y'all are. Some of y'all photos don't look as dope as y'all think they do. And for models, I think some of y'all need to tone it down a bit with this. I have a rate, and step up your photo game, step up your portfolio. Because in order for a photographer to want to hire you, your portfolio or your Instagram or your Facebook or wherever you pin your photos at, they need to look professional. If you got these trashy looking photos or super rank amateur looking photos, a photographer is going to be less likely to want to hire you to shoot with. So, you're just as good as your photographer, So therefore, if your photographer that's shooting you is, amateur, and he don't know what he or she doesn't know what they're doing, then your photos aren't going to be worth spit. So when somebody else come to your page and they see all these amateur looking photos, they're going to be and see these amateur looking photos, they're going to be less likely to, reach out to you, for the job. I mean, me personally, if I go to a model's page and I see she got the look, and I might see some dope photos on her page, I'll hit her up and be like, hey, how you doing? I want to, shoot. Where are you located? And things of that nature. Was your availability? But then I'll go to some models pages and I'll see that, their photos are pretty weak, and, I'll hit them up, reach out to them and say the same thing. And they'll quote me these high outrageous rates. And I'm just, I'm looking like, why? Like, why do you want a rate so high? Like, your compositions and your photos are not as great as you think they are for you to be charging this rate. And then on top of that, your experience level is definitely, not where you think it is. So therefore, you might have to go with a lower rate in order for you to secure some of these jobs when photographers are looking for models to use in their compositions. So I think photographers and models need to come together, and tone it down and work together to build great portfolios. If you're a model and your portfolio is amazing, and I'm a photographer and I come to your page, I'm definitely going to want to hit that message button to hire you, because I'm looking at greatness. I'm looking at great compositions. I'm looking at, great stature and the way you carry yourself, and if you're a photographer and you want to land, models and stuff to reach out to you so you can get business, for portraiture and stuff like that, or you just want to get clients in general to reach out to you, like a lot of y'all need to step y'all photo game up and, stop being so cocky. I've only been doing photography like seriously for like maybe the past year and a half, and I already shoot way better than a lot of people that have been shooting way before me. Just because you own a camera does not mean that you are holier than thou and that you're just automatically going to be this great shooter. It doesn't work like that. You have to shoot consistently. You have to practice on your art. You have to practice on your compositions, your rule of thirds. You got to practice on your lighting techniques and things of that nature. You got to get your angles together and stuff like that. So I think models and I think photographers need to come together and unite, and I think build relationships. So what I'll end this with is find a photographer. If you're a model and if you're a photographer, find a model, build a relationship together, cut the bullshit with all this I have a rate stuff and build great portfolios and compositions, you know, as a team. And then this way, person A can go reach out to models, and then person B can go reach out to photographers, and then that way you guys can land higher paying gigs and get this rate that you guys speak of. And the only reason why I'm speaking on this is because I've reached out to so many models in the past, you know, month, and a lot of them were cocky, and you know, some of them, they'll act like they're on board to shoot. Then when it's time to shoot, you know, they're nowhere to be found, or they don't want to answer DMs and stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, whatever, it's fine and dandy, you know, you're a loss. But, you know, I think everybody just need to cut their shit, come together, unite, and build some awesome photos, some awesome relationships and compositions and things of that nature. So, if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that like button, and definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, and get out there, make some relationships, and take some great photos. And I'll see you guys in the next one.